How's it going, everyone? I hope you're having a kick-ass week. It's been right around 4 months since I made this peated Irish whiskey, and I've got two versions of it. One that has been chilling with charred maple, and one that has been chilling with charred US white oak. So I figured it's about time to have a taste, and of course, because the Connemara is what inspired this whole project, I want to taste that against that as well. Let's get into it. Welcome to Distiller, everyone. I'm Jesse, and this is the channel all about chasing the craft of home distillation and making it a legitimate hobby. So if that's what you're into, guys, if you dig craft spirits, if you want to make your own whiskeys, your own spirits, this is the channel for you. Hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss anything. Alright team, I want to get stuck right into this. Just to let you know a bit later on in the video, I'm going to give you a bit of an update for those of you that regularly follow the channel on what's going on. There's a few things happening. But anyway, guys, so when I made this, I decided to split it and do some with maple and some with oak. I want to taste both of those. I'm really interested to see how much peat's in there. I haven't, touched these since before Christmas, actually, I think. If you don't know, guys, this all came around because the Whisky Vault guys did a review on this thing here. I thought it was a really interesting concept to have a peated Irish whiskey, so I thought I'd use that as a bit of a ballpark. Basically just inspiration. I wasn't trying to clone it, but I was trying to head in that direction. This stuff, if you haven't had it before, guys, is great if you love peat. Anyway, let me measure some of this out, let me get a proof down, and we'll get stuck in. Alright, so we have the US oak on this side and the maple on this side. First of all, let's have a bit of a comparison in terms of colour. I'm not sure if you guys can see that well, but this is kind of a straw colour, and this is definitely a little darker and more orangey, I guess, the Connemara is, but it is what it is. The US oak? Oh wow, okay, so yeah. I was worried that the peat would be disappearing from this by now, but it's not, it's there. But the Connemara has more of an ashtray peat, whereas this is more of an earthy, soily, leaf littery kind of peat. Now I'm actually getting a little less of the earthiness on the maple side of things, which is quite interesting, but I do think there's probably slightly more wood in the maple one. So the US oak has a little bit more grunge to it. It's a little bit on the side of tails, and yeah, I don't know if I'm looking for it, and that's why I'm finding it. But when I blended this, I did go diving down into the deep ends of the tails looking for more peat, and I've been a little bit paranoid about the fact that it was going to show up ever since. Now it is showing up more with the US oak. Interesting. Less on the maple. The maple on the nose also has a sweeter, almost wine cask sort of finish going on. It's brighter, it's lighter. I guess maple, in my experience, has been a sort of a sweeter wood, so it could be that. Anyway, let's give a nudge with the maple first, That is kind of interesting. I like that, actually. A touch of that earthy, almost tailsy, but not, maybe, I don't know, honestly, sort of taste to it, but it is bright, it's getting some wood richness to it now, and there is definitely some of the peat still shining through. Once again, it's less ashtray peat and more on the earthy, pungent side of things. It's not heading towards the meaty, smoked meat at all. I have tasted some peat that sort of heads that way. Alright, so let's give the US oak one a crack. Oh, okay. This honestly reminds me more of a bourbon or a Tennessee whiskey or something, and it is new American oak, so that probably has something to do with it, but it's got the more chewy, more raw, straight up wood flavour to it. But that actually kind of works in this. Interesting. So in this one I can't smell the funk, and I'm hoping it's funk from peat, not from tails. And I think it is. I really think it is. I think I'm just paranoid. I can smell it here, but I can't taste it so much. I can smell it here a lot more, but I can't taste it as much. if that makes sense. Ooh, I think I like the US oak more. I really do. It's just more of a traditional flavour. It's something that's more familiar to me. It's something that I can get stuck into more. It's less one-dimensional. It's got more than one thing going on, whereas this is just a sweet wood, I guess more. But it does have that, I forgot, it's got that almost wine cask, bright finish to it. Something like a, I guess it would be a Sav, something like that. Interesting. Alright, let's taste it. Let's go back to the Connemara and see what the Connemara has to say about the matter. The Connemara is brighter. It is more like the maple. Interesting, it's prettier than both of these whiskies too. I don't know if these guys are using new barrels. I'm assuming they're not. I don't know, maybe ex-bourbon barrels or something, but it doesn't taste like the first time the barrel's been used to me. And for that reason, it lends itself more closely to this, to the maple. This tastes like, I guess, an American single whiskey. It just tastes like a whiskey that's been put into new oak. That is crazy. It's really, really interesting to me that it's pushed the two, that far different from each other. Wow. Alright, so I have to say, guys, I prefer the Connemara over both of the other two. But these things are only 4 months old. It's going to be really interesting to see where these things go in the future, to see if this picks up, to see if this heads more and more and more towards like a peated American single malt, I guess. If this heads down the road more of a second use barrel, I do want to mix the two. Let's just try that ratio to start. Oh! That did something. That's interesting. Whoa, okay, much, much closer to this. Now, I can't tell you why it's doing that exactly. I think it's because this is giving the depth and complexity, and this is giving that sort of second-hand, more like a Scotch finish to it. I think that's what it is. That's what it tastes like to me. But it is definitely better blended. Huh. So the question is, do I blend all of this now? Or do I keep them going their separate ways, and then when I've decided they're ready, I blend them back together? I don't know, guys. I'm torn on that. I think I'm leaning towards keeping them separate, seeing what happens to them individually, and then I can blend them at the ratios I want. I don't know, I think that's where I'm leaning, but I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that. I'd love to have your opinions on it. Drop the comments down below, let me know what you think I should do. I know obviously you can't taste it, you can't smell it, but let me know what you think you'd do in this situation. Alright guys, anyway, so let's get on to having a little bit more of a drink for starters, but also having a talk about what's happening with the channel. But before we do that, I need to say a huge thank you to these guys here. Thank you very much, Patreons. Honestly, there's no way I could be doing this stuff without you, and there is definitely no way I could be doing what's coming up soon for the channel without your guys' help. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it so much, guys, and honestly, it's still bonkers to me that people, want to support the channel. But anyway, let's get back to what's happening soon on the channel. I am off to America very, very shortly. I'm going to go visit a few distilleries, catch up with a few people, do a bit of collaborating with a couple of different other YouTubers, which is going to be absolutely awesome. If you guys want to know what's happening in real time, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that on the channel here on YouTube. I know I don't even really use Twitter at all, but I think that is probably the right tool for the job, to basically be able to put out sort of notifications or updates of where I am and what I'm doing. If I get a chance to have a free evening or something, I will be letting you guys know. And if you happen to be in the same area as me, it'd be awesome to hang out and have a drink. If you want to know what's going on, guys, jump over onto Twitter, and I'll put some details down in the description so you guys can, find my account easily. So what this means for the channel over the next probably month is essentially I'm going to have to be putting out pre-recorded stuff until I get back. And then even for a little while after I get back, until I can start processing the videos that I have made over in America. So I think what I'm going to do, team, is I've been working on a bit of a Distillers 101 series. So they're going to be short, not a lot of practical stuff, but they're going to be very short, not a lot of the channel talk stuff, just straight to the point to help people out that are getting into the hobby. So for those of you that are into the hobby already, I'm sorry guys, it may not be entirely your thing, but if you feel the urge, jump onto those videos and drop some of your knowledge as well in the right direction of, you know, what the video is talking about. I think it'll really help out the people that are getting into this for the first time, and help solve some of those questions that all of us had when we were new distillers. There's probably going to be quite a few of them. If I can, I'll try and swing it so I can release a couple a week. But anyway, guys, just sort of take this as a little bit of an apology as to what's going to happen on the channel over the next couple of weeks. Things are going to be a little bit strange, a little bit different, and that's essentially because the channel's going to have to run on, you know, somewhat autopilot while I'm away. Anyway, guys, this has been exciting for me because, you know, this is once again heading back towards what I really love making. I need to make some more of this stuff, guys, I really do. If you've made something similar to this, I'd love to hear about that as well down in the comments. But thanks for hanging out again, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video and you're not sure how to help the channel out, there's a couple of things you can do. Number one is share this video with other people that you think might like it. Number two is you can check out the merch for the channel down in the link below or in the bar under YouTube if it's coming up for you. And number three is if you're really finding value in these videos, I'd love if you jump over to Patreon and consider signing up there as well. Anyway, guys, team, that's all for today. Keep on chasing the craft. See ya.